Hello, I'm Hazel Rodham, and I'm going to talk you through a few slides to explain about the CAPA Accelerator project, what we did, what outputs we produced, where you can find these, and how you can benefit from them for yourself and for your colleagues. I was happy to work on this project over the last year together with my colleague Jen Sutton and under the guidance of Dr. Gillian Ward at the Royal College of Occupational Therapists. And that's because this work was hosted by the Royal College of Occupational Therapists. It had been commissioned and funded by NHS England to support all of us, our collective allied health professions community, on our agenda for research and innovation across all 4 nations. So where did the priorities come from for us to work on in the CAP24 project? Well, they came as a direct result of this sequence of events. First of all, in January 22, we published the Allied Health Professions Research and Innovation Strategy for England. And in the summer of 22, that was embedded into AHP's Deliver strategy for England. In November 22, we convened the AHP Research Summit. That was facilitated for us by NIHR with a very explicit purpose of identifying interdisciplinary disparities for opportunities, for support, for research roles, activities and careers. 1 year later, in November 23, we convened the AHP Research Think Tank, and that was to look more deeply at the differentiated support needs across our different allied health profession disciplines, job roles, work sectors, career stages, and protected characteristics. And it's from the think tank recommendations, the top 10 recommendations, that we were led to the 4 priority work streams that we were funded to undertake for the CAP24 project. So these 4 work streams were all distinctive, but they are interrelated. So I'm going to talk you through the 4 work streams just briefly. The first one was about focusing on the research resource bank on the CAPA website. There were already lots of excellent quality resources on the CAPA website. What we've done is to redesign that page, that section of the CAPA website. We've created new content and we've ensured that this is intuitive, it's accessible for everyone, so that everyone has access to these absolutely free to access high quality resources to help people get started in research and innovation activities and also to progress your career if you wish. So just to give you a quick glimpse, there are more than 4 tabs on the new page. This is just a quick view of some of them. For the first time, we have included a tab explicitly for innovation to reflect CAPA's scope and remit to support research, innovation and quality service improvement. And we're most proud of this new AHP Research Funding Directory. This is very comprehensive and it includes a host of searchable information to help people navigate to find the most appropriate research funding and research sponsors for which AHPs are eligible to apply. There's a section, a page for 4-nation government funding, for funding which comes from our AHP professional bodies, but also a very extensive list of other funding sources, including charitable bodies. So our ask to you is, please, if you know of other funding sources, maybe for you or colleagues have had success in applying to other funding sources, please do let us know. Contact CAPA through the website, because then the next time that this page is refreshed, we'll be able to add those further sources as well. Thank you for that. Okay, the second work stream was about making a campaign toolkit. This has been undertaken through extensive stakeholder engagement, but also with the assistance of an expert consultant. The product that we have delivered to CAPA at the end of the day is a comprehensive toolkit with many resources and templates that people can use to be able to lobby and influence at the national level. That probably will be undertaken by the CAPA Strategy Committee and also maybe by the professional bodies. It can also be used at regional and local levels by the CAPA hubs and consortia to influence and engage and make new connections for influencing investment and support for AHP research activities. And most importantly, this toolkit includes a tracker so that CAPA nationally are able to keep a log of the types of activities that are undertaken and the outcomes of those, so that we have that record for the future. The third work stream was mapping the UK's AHP practitioner academic workforce. You've heard people talk about clinical academic posts and roles. We've adopted the phrase practitioner academic to reflect the fact that AHPs work across a broader spectrum, not only in clinical posts. We were thrilled at the response to this survey. After extensive stakeholder engagement and then a pilot phase, we were able to launch this survey for nationwide, and we had responses from across the UK. We're currently completing the analysis and writing up a paper for open access publication with the support of CAPA's National Strategy Committee. And that is going to show us for the first time a really important baseline of how many roles are there at this point in time where AHPs have secured funding to undertake joint practitioner and academic roles. So this will generate a landmark data set. It will let us know how many AHPs at this point are in funded roles with dedicated research time, to know how were those roles secured and what's the security of those roles and the funding for those roles. The insights and the learning is going to help us to ensure the sustainability of these roles and hopefully to be able to grow the number of these roles for the future. The fourth of our work streams was to make a leadership map and then subsequently recommendations for a strategic engagement plan. So this is not only AHP research leaders, but also people in other roles who have influence over the research environment for AHP. For example, people who are in leadership and management roles, possibly with specific responsibility for research capacity building, or policy and strategic leads. So on the basis of the CAPA consortia footprint across the UK, we have been able to map, with the help of the consortia leads, what are the roles within their geographies which are relevant to this leadership map. So it's not about individuals, but it's about roles. Having mapped that, this is what we've handed over to CAPA's strategy committee. That then enables them to be able to implement strategic engagement, which will be two-way engagement with these people in these strategic roles. It means that CAPA will be able to disseminate research news and information more effectively in a more timely way, but also to support CAPA to be able to listen more and be well informed about shifts and changes in the environment which influence and which will have impact on the AHP research culture and infrastructure. So just a quick roundup now of what I've told you about the deliverables, the outputs from our 1 year, very, very fast working CAP24 project. So online resource bank, new content on the resource pages. We've also handed over to the CAPA strategy board our recommendations for sustainability, specifically because CAPA is a voluntary organisation and we need to be mindful of that. The campaign plan and the campaign toolkit for accessing for more equitable access to research funding we have handed over, and the results of the first mapping survey. The paper publication is underway. That shows overall across the UK where these roles are, how they are funded, and we're able to illustrate from that who is in these roles. The first paper is concentrating on the roles rather than the demographics of who is in the roles, but we have the data from this survey that we've undertaken. In addition, we have fed back to CAPA on the lessons we've learned, so that we're recommending that this survey is renewed again in probably two years' time, but we've given recommendations for what might need to be changed, again bearing in mind the capacity and the sustainability for CAPA to undertake that. The map of leadership roles across the UK we've handed over, including a strategic engagement plan, so recommendations of how CAPA can maximise the opportunities that are available now through having this intelligence of where these roles exist and how to contact them. Finally, we've handed over a high-level project report, very mindful of sustainability planning for all our work streams, and we're completing a number of written comms and videos, including this recording, so that on the CAPA website, the information can be disseminated more effectively to more people so that more people can benefit. So my ask to you, thank you for listening to this short presentation, but please share this link on the CAPA website with colleagues and encourage them to make use of all these free to access resources, amazing resources that we all benefit from the energy and the dedication of people working to support CAPA. Thank you very much.